This video is about reviewing the backtest for any given trade alert. So here we have a trade alert for PXD, which is Pioneer, and I'm going to click the review backtest link. Basically, clicking this link is going to take me to a page that shows me the details behind these backtest results that are shown right here. And so I come here, and as you can see, it's basically a listing of every single trade that is set up for this particular strategy for PXD. So the strategy is called, we call it the base pullback. Again, the ticker is PXD, and this is for the 1 week time frame. So it's basically the same trade setup that matches that trade alert where I got here from. And you can see it basically just lists every single trade from the backtest and what the outcome was. And for some people, it might be helpful to see this. So for example, you might want to go back and look at your stock chart on some of these and just see for yourself, what did the stock chart look like at that point? What was the outcome? Does it correspond with what you're seeing here? If you just kind of want to validate the information itself. And in fact, let's do that on one of these. So this one, it says the most recent time that this trading strategy set up for PXD was on August the 23rd, 2023. So I'm going to open a trading platform here. This is Thinkorswim, and I have PXD already open. And right here, this is August the 23rd, 2023. So it's saying the entry for this trade right here, this most recent occurrence of this trade in backtests, occurred on August the 23rd. And it was a 1 week trade hold time. And so you can see the price generally went up in this particular instance. Over the course of the next week, it generally went up. And it shows you here the details of the outcome in the backtest. And it shows that this particular trade, according to the backtest, may have resulted in a 2.43% increase in price over the period that the position was held. And so again, this kind of corresponds with what we're seeing here, and it makes sense. And you can go through and check that for any of these that you feel like. You can also, if you click this link for the strategy, you can learn more about what that strategy is and just come to understand how the strategy that we depict on that page corresponds to the price pattern that you see on the chart itself leading up to the date when the trade occurred in backtests. So that's one benefit. Another benefit is just looking at the outcomes, kind of on an individual basis even, and just kind of seeing how did things go, because this gives you an idea of the sort of risk that you're facing. So that most recent trade ended up in a 2.43% increase over a 1 week period. But the one before that had a 4.52% drop in value. And you can kind of look through and just get a feel. This one had a large drop, and that was over a 1 week period. And then you had a sequence of positive outcomes. So it might be helpful to see this just to make sure your expectations are in line with what the possible outcomes might be for taking the trade. So this again is based on using no take profit, no stop loss. This is just taking a position and holding it for a week. And this is what the distribution of outcomes in backtests looks like. So it can be helpful as far as knowing what to expect. Obviously, there's no way to know for sure how this, how any upcoming trade is going to perform. But by looking historically, it might make you better prepared mentally for what the possible outcomes might be. So that's it. That's how to read and interpret the backtest results page. If you have any questions about this page or about our process or our services, you can contact us anytime. Our email address is support@stockmarketguides.com.